Happy Friday. It's crime night. Hello, Cindy. She's here listening. The boy's awake. Okay. Hello to you both. Hello, hello. Hi, Stephanie. Everybody's coming in. There's Mary. I think I've said hello to all the others already. I think. We've got Robin. Victoria is here. She is lurking. And Patty. And Rosie. And Robin. And Barbie is new tonight. We're glad to have you, Barbie. This is Laura. Laura is Knit for Brains. For those that don't know. And Joan. And Cindy. Stephanie, Mary. Okay. There's Denny. There's Chelsea's listening too tonight. Hi, Chels. Y'all, it has been, I don't even know what to tell you. This has been a week now, let me just say. Chelsea's my daughter. Levi says hello. Okay. Hello, Levi. There is Deneen. How are you tonight? Okay, making supper. All righty. Oh, y'all, it has just been, it's really been something. Technology is not my friend this week. I will explain. Got the camera set up a little bit different here. If I seem a little off, it's because the air conditioner here, I have 2 air conditioners in the she shed, window units, okay? Hey, Annie. Hey, Sally. Well, this one back here right next to me, the compressor quit. Yeah. So I have a fan back here. Oh, you might be able to see it. Yep. I got a fan running back here. I got a fan running up here. I have the other air conditioner on, but it is still pretty warm in here. So I hope I'm not too crabby. Mama don't like it when it's hot. Well, you know. Hey, Tank. I'm doing okay. That's another thing. That's a whole nother thing. We'll get to that too. How are you guys tonight, though? Seems like forever since I've seen you. Tonight, we are talking about Faryion Wardrip. I want to get that out of the way right here from the beginning, that this is crime night. I will be knitting while I talk. I have taken some notes, and we're going to start talking about the case and the story of how it all unfolded. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Annie, that everybody give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. It really does help. But I'm just glad y'all are here. I'm so glad. Cindy, girl, please congratulate her. Please congratulate Cindy, because let me tell you, that has been like pulling teeth. Girlfriend, I'm so happy for you. Wow. Amen, hallelujah, and everything else. Wow. I'm just telling you, she's been through it with this one. This guy has been a piece of work. Hello, Darth Mom. Good to see you. I'm just so happy for you, Cindy. Girl, I'm celebrating with you. We got a little Lolita in there. How's that? Mm. Coffee and sweet Lolita. Yes, piece of work he was and is. Okay. Well, you give her a hug too. Hugs to all y'all. That's right. We're happy if she's happy, right? Okay, so we are talking about Faryion Wardrip. Now, Faryion has lots of different names. If you look at this up online, you will see lots of different names. The Wichita Falls uh, Body Hunter. I mean, just all there's a bunch of names. Okay, none of those really ever have stuck with these cases. None of them. Okay, there's not really one that has been like, if you say that, everybody will know what you're talking about. There is a book that we are following, and it is called Scream at the Sky. It is by Carlton Stowers. Let's see if I can get back to it. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Of course I am. There we go. Carlton Stowers, Scream at the Sky is our book. Now we did start this last week, and I did tell you all a little bit of my story. I have spoken of this case before in episode 2 of A Stitch in Crime in my playlist. I spoke about this, but this time I wanted to go a little bit more in depth with it. Now, last Friday when I talked about this, I really wasn't feeling all that great. I've not been feeling very well. I've had a good day and a bad day and a good day and a bad day. Oh, wow, Joan. Joan got her book from so there is no audio book that I have found on this. There are lots of podcasts. You can find this talked about on lots of different podcasts. But I feel like Carlton's book is probably the best as far as what happened. Hello, Mimi. Good to see you. Don't you overdo your eyes, please. And my friend Gracie, if you are watching, I know that your eyes are giving you some trouble. So I hope that you are able to watch tonight. And we're thinking about you as well. And Tank, I'm thinking about you too if you're not feeling well. Hello, Leanie. Are you on the TV? Yes, Leanie is on the TV, so hello to you too. So for those of you who are watching me from the TV, hi, how's it going? Thank you for watching. And if you are lurking and not participating in the chat, it's okay. You're still here. I see you and I appreciate you. So thank you all so very much. And this case is very important to me because this is kind of the one that got me interested in true crime. And that is because the killer was on my porch. So I have a connection to this story. And it was at a time in my life that I would have been the same age. I was in the same area. And he he showed up on my porch. And I'm just very thankful I did not let him in. So with that said, I wanted to go back in and refresh what we talked about. Let me bring in my hands. Hello, Connie. Not a lot. You didn't miss a whole lot. It was really just more of an introduction. Okay, so yes, let me bring in my hands. Oh, here we go. What I wanted, but we can do that. Thank you to all of my members. Thank you to all of my members. That is a members video. I really appreciate you all very much. But I haven't shared my hands yet, so now I need to do that. And I wanted to show y'all. Oh. Why is that there? Wow, I pinned 2 of them. Okay, how do I get rid of that? Oh. There we go. Wow. That's ridiculous. I went backstage for a while on my own show. Yeah, talk to the hand. Yeah, talk to the hand. Isn't that funny? Oh my goodness. Joan said her copy from 2003, 4 different stickers on the outside. There's thrift books, Goodwill, and 2 others with only barcodes. Oh my goodness, girl. It has been through it, has it? Okay, anyway, Connie, hello to you. I know you came in as I was doing all that business. Yes. Technical difficulties. It's bad. Yeah, it's gremlins. That's it. There's gremlins in the cameras. Okay, I am back and I do have my hands. All right, let's see how this goes. I hope you all can hear me. I am working on the Floozie capelet. I have gotten a lot done. I had to frog it, and I will show you all the way down here. I had to frog it all the way back to this right down here. And now I'm all the way up here. So very, very happy to be back going on that. I'm trying to get to 20 inches and I'm at about 16 now. When I get to 20 inches, then I will start the decreases. So let me find where I'm at. Now this is based on my Floozie sweater. And instead of doing the back and the two pieces, I'm making a capelet, which is all one piece. So see, it goes wide because it'll go around. And I made it where I have the finish on both edges and the bottom. So it will be fairly well finished when I get done. When I finish, it will be finished. I will just weave in an end. Hello, Debbie. Yes, this is James C. Brett Marble Chunky. Thank you, everybody. Hello, Bonnie. Good to see you. Aw, how's it going? Okay, I am going to start. Now, I want to start with Terry because Terry was around the corner from where I lived. But I first want to give you a little something about Faryion Wardrip. Faryion Edward Wardrip was born on the 6th of March, 1959. He is 6'5". Please keep that in mind. He is 6'5". He is the 5th of 9 children. His father was a machine fabricator, kind of a fabricator of sorts. His mother worked in a library and secretarial. Both of his parents worked. They were middle America, average family. Faryion Wardrip wants everyone to think that he grew up with a very bad childhood. But it's not true. Oh, that sounds wonderful. I'm so glad it's a solved one. I love those when they solve them. Hey, Tamara. Good evening. Good evening. I'm so glad you made it. Yes, long, crazy days. And girl, it is hot, 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 and my air conditioner quit. Right now, we're sitting at 100 degrees. So we went back up for the next couple of days. The victims, I want to go through the victims. There are 5 victims of Faryion Wardrip, and I want to go back through those 5 quickly with you as well. So it started with Terry Sims. She was his first victim. And that was on December 21st, 1984. His second victim was Tony. She was 20 years old. Tony Gibbs was 23. That was on January the 19th of 1985. Ellen Blau was 21. September the 20th, 1985. But between Tony and Ellen, Faryion Wardrip killed a woman named Deborah Taylor. She was 25. She was married. She had a child, and she lived in Fort Worth. And he, in between Tony in January of 85 and Ellen in September of 85, he killed Deborah Taylor in March of 85, but in Fort Worth. So that's 4 murders. And then the 5th murder was Tina Kimbrough on May 6th of 1986. I hope you feel better soon, Tamara. So Terry spent her teenage years caring for her younger siblings. Her father, who was a local stock car racer, died in July of 1965. She was just about 13 months old. He had an argument with her mother. He took off and went speeding down the street. Police tried to pull him over, but he took off, apparently thinking he could outrun them. Being a stock car driver, he could outrun them, right? He hit a bridge embankment at over 100 miles per hour and was killed instantly. So now her mother, Marcia, who was now widowed at the age of 17, did not handle this very well. Terry's sister was only a baby. She herself was only a baby at 13 months. So Marcia left Terry and with her great grandmother, and she left her little sister Vicky with her mother. And then she left town and went off to do her thing. She came back around 2 years later with a hairdresser, which, if y'all know, I was a hairdresser for 35 years in this area, a lot of it in Wichita Falls. I had not heard of him. Matter of fact, I was in beauty school at that time. They had an infant son who they had named Tony. So now there's 3 children. There's Terry, Vicky, and Tony. She took the 2 daughters back when she moved back with this hairdresser guy. But it didn't last. The marriage didn't last. Her staying back home didn't last. She married again to a medical technician, and they moved to Fort Worth. And they had another baby together named Catherine, who came to be called Katie, Catie, Katie. Hi, Lorna. She married a 4th time, and they moved to Dallas. Divorced again by the year 1980. By now, she was a hairdresser and once did Farrah Fawcett's hair. Y'all know how much I love Farrah Fawcett. I had that hairdo for so long when I was in high school. She returned her children to Wichita Falls and once again was off doing her own thing. And was off doing her own thing when Terry died. Now, Terry wanted to be a doctor. She was working her way through school, going to school at Midwestern State University. Now, that is the college. There's actually two colleges in Wichita Falls. There's Midwestern State University, and then there is Vernon College. Vernon College is a junior college, but Midwestern is our big college. When I go and drive around and show you guys everything, I will show you Midwestern State University. It's in a part of town that we call Country Club. While going to school at Midwestern State University, she met Lisa Boone, and they got jobs working at Bethania Hospital. Now, remember, I told y'all there were two hospitals. Bethania was the Catholic hospital, and then Wichita General was the other hospital. And Wichita General is the hospital where one of the other victims worked, and where Faryion Wardrip was working as a janitor. Lisa was a respiratory therapist, and Terry was an EKG technician. If they had early morning classes after working their shifts at the hospital, Terry liked to stay over at Lisa's house because then it was closer to the hospital, and it was. I will show y'all where that's at, but it's very close. It's not very far. Instead of going across town over to Lake Park over on the other side of town, she could stay there at Lisa's house. It would have been very, very much closer to where she worked and to the school because it wasn't far from Midwestern either. This is Wichita Falls, Texas, Connie. Lisa was renting a duplex at 1509 Bell Street. And this duplex was roughly 2 blocks around the corner from where I was renting a duplex with my husband. On December 21st of 1984, the girls returned to Lisa's apartment. They were going to Lisa was going to help Terry study for an exam the next morning at Midwestern. But Lisa had to take another shift at Bethania. So she started to drop Terry off, and then she realized that she was almost out of gas in her car. So Terry said, "That's okay, go ahead and take my car." So they exchanged keys. Terry gave her the keys to her car, and Lisa gave Terry the keys to her duplex, her apartment. I think, no, it's with the W, Tamra. Yeah, I know, Cindy. I, I know. So Lisa jumped into Terry's car, and as she was pulling out, Terry was waving at her under the porch light because they got off at around 11 or so, and they went by one of their coworkers' houses, and then by the time they got back to the duplex, it was kind of drizzle rain, not like rain, but like a drizzle rain. And she was standing under the porch light waving to Lisa as Lisa was pulling out. And that's the last time she saw her. Now we go forward to the next morning. Lisa gets home. She was unable to get inside. She was unable to get Terry to answer the door. She figured maybe Terry was sleeping, that she had passed out, gone to sleep. So she said she walked around the corner to the landlord's to get a key from them. And you know, I have to tell you that I've often wondered if we had the same landlords. I don't know. And there's no way for me to find that out. She came back with the key. She went inside and she saw what it looked like. The living room had been tossed. There was books and magazines and the cushions off the sofas. Everything was strewn everywhere. She saw some blood and she decided she had to go. So she went back to the landlord's, and the landlord came with her. The apartment was just horrible, and he had to walk past everything. The keychains that Lisa had given to Terry was laying on the floor. Terry's pink smock and pants from the hospital were laying under the coffee table. Her tennis shoes and her glasses, her glasses, seeing eyeglasses, were on the carpet. And there was a wad of bloody tissues laying on the floor. The landlord walked all the way to the back, to the bathroom in the back, and found Terry. She was laying on the floor in a pool of blood. Very soon there were investigators, detectives, deputies, photographers, and the deputy who was there taking photographs of the crime scene's name was W.J. Menzer. Now, I'm going to have to look that up because we have a Menzer who lives in Benjamin, Texas, which is the county seat right here of Knox County where I live. And Wyman Menzer, which starts with a W, is the official state of Texas photographer. I don't know if some of you have ever heard of him or not, but I found that interesting that name popped up. I don't know if there's a connection. I've never heard of a connection, but wow. Who was the first person? Oh, you guys are talking about Joe. Okay, I didn't know who you meant. So here is what the scene looked like. Terry was found nude and bound. She had stab wounds to her chest and her back. She had a bloody lip. She had cuts on her fingers. She had fought hard. She had fought hard against that knife. She had fought hard against him. She had lots of bruises. She had bruises on her forehead. He had to have hit her as he came in the door, as he forced his way in, and bloodied her lip because there was blood on near the door, about 4 feet from the front door. Her clothes, of course, were there. Then there was blood on the bed sheets and the pillow in the bedroom. And an electrical cord that had been connected to the waterbed heater was cut and used to tie her hands. Lisa Boone was taken back to Bethania, but she was taken because she was in shock. She was taken there to be treated. There was one lone bloody fingerprint on the side of Terry's shoe. Yep. And I am sorry for the loss of your friend. So this is the first victim, and as I said, she lived on Bell Street. I lived on H Street. So here was H. Our our duplex was here. You went across the street and down a block to the corner. That's Bell. You go up one block, and that would have been her duplex. Hey, Arity. And yeah, years later, I told y'all this last week, but years later, I spoke to a friend of mine who's in, and you know, when I think about the fact that it was raining that night, I cannot actually remember if it was raining, but it might have been. I don't really remember that night. It horrifies me that I may not have heard her screaming or, you know, no, or knowing. It just amazes me that I didn't, or nobody else did either until the next morning when they found her. The year was 1985. And again, I married my first husband in August of 1984. Yes, I lived right there by it. And we were living in that duplex. For a couple of months, we had really just moved we had not been in this duplex all that long, because when we first got married, I get confused because we moved a lot. I was 19. Yeah. No, I would have been 20. Yeah, I would have been 20. Now, and at the time of this, Faryion Wardrip lived around the corner, actually like down the street and around the corner in an apartment complex from where Terry lived. He was a janitor working at the hospital, at General Hospital. I think I was right in there too, Robin. Yeah, I think I was right in there too. I think that's yeah. I believe I was 21 because, you know, I graduated from beauty school right in there somewhere too during the time that, because I went into beauty school with one name and came out of beauty school with my married name because we got married while I was in beauty school. Oh, yeah. I'm lucky to be here for more than one reason. Just saying. A motorcycle wreck could have killed me. Now it just makes me hurt. So next time we will dig into, from here on out. I feel like if you read the book, you will discover that Carlton Stowers, he went to court with the family. He spent a lot of time with the families of these victims, and some of them he knows even better than others. You know, so it does seem like forever ago, doesn't it? Okay, so that's what I've got for this week. How many of you are going to be reading the book? The book is Scream at the Sky by Carlton Stowers. I'm going to put it in here for you. And put it on the screen here. This is the name of the book. I know Joan is, and I think somebody else, I want to say somebody else had gotten the book too. I don't know if it's on Libby or not. I don't know. You can find some documentaries. So it the it is Forensic Files. It's on there, but I can't remember which season it is. But there is a episode. Man, I'll have to find that for you. Let me do a little digging right now and see if I can find it for you, because that's one that I think most everybody can find, right? Forensic Files. Most everybody can stream that all over. Let me look real quick because I had forgotten to do that. You might be able to find it, the actual book, at the library. Yes. Cold Case Files, Killer in the County from 1999. 2003 Forensic Files. It's called Sip of Sins. But I don't know which season that is. But that's two of them that most everybody should be able to find: Forensic Files and Cold Case Files. So again, Cold Case Files, it's Killer in the County, and Forensic Files, it's Sip of Sins. Hello, Rainy. And it looks like it was also on Shattered in season 2. But I do not know which episode. So I can't tell you there. Okay. So that's a start anyway. Okay, there it is. Joan found it. It is Forensic Files season 7. And if you watch that particular one, that one will show you a little bit around Wichita Falls. You will see Barry Maka, who was the and I don't know if he's still the attorney or not. I don't know if he still is. I'm not sure. But I met Barry Maka. On a side note, I've had a very good friend when I was married to my first husband that was a court reporter. So at one point I actually met Barry Maka, but that was that one. You will see the investigation and see some of the people that were in, that knew the victims. Some of the victims' families are in that one. Hey, Gracie. Hey, Jolene. Hey, good to see you. Did I say Nisi come in too? Hello, Nisi. And Bree. Good to see you. Uh-oh. To activate the chat. What do you mean activate the chat? It's always something. Okay, you guys, I am going to go and get out from underneath this light because it is hot. Can you all still see me? Is the chat still running? My chat quit. Yep, my chat quit. Goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay, 2020 is going to be good. I will check that. Still see, yes. Okay, good. There, it's moving again. It had stopped for a minute, and that happens sometimes with Restream. I am now having PBCs again. That's why I wanted to give you the update. One of the reasons I think I have not felt good, I did call the cardiologist, and they put me back on the medicine that I was taking for, I was taking it for the AFib, but it was not working for AFib. I go to see my cardiologist the first week of October, but for now, I am back on that medicine and it is helping. But I was having episodes of PVCs, which is premature ventricular contractions, and that is at the bottom of the heart. Oh, you found it on Libby. Good. Y'all check Libby because Tamara found it there. So that is good. And then my computer quit. So here's what happened. My computer, let me take that back. My computer did not quit. It quit connecting to the internet. And I thought, Mr. Fiber thought, that there was something wrong with my Ethernet card. So I have a new computer, and guess what? This is the whole computer right here. This is it. This is my computer, the whole thing. That's it. I have a new monitor that I will put here because I use two monitors in order to show you my hands. PVCs are like a skipped beat. So what happens is you'll kind of get this like a lug, and then whoop, really kind of a push, like a harder bump in your chest because it's a skipped beat. And when it beats again, it beats kind of hard. So you feel it like kind of pounding. On Russ, what happened with Russ? Did something happen? I know that his knee has been bad. Yeah, your computer is your monitor and everything, and all in one. Yeah. So I have been using my laptop I've had it for 3 years, so I really cannot complain. This has been awesome. Originally, I got it when I was going back and forth to Dad's, and I needed it. And it also had what I needed for editing. They always tell you to quit smoking, quit caffeine, quit drinking, quit this, quit that. It's electrical, Joan. Thank you, Lorraine. We will pray for Russ and his dad. Oh, Russ's dad's not doing well, you guys. Let's pray for Russ and his dad, please. Joan found episode, if I can find it, season 7. Yeah, I can't remember. I did put it up on the screen, Cindy, if you want to go back. So I got another camera because I'm going to lose the integrated camera that's on my laptop. So I will have two monitors and this little computer and a new camera. And we will be getting that set up. So if you don't see me come on here to do the things that I do at my desk, it's because we're getting things set up. Okay. Killer in the County, right? Season 7, episode 19. I believe it's Killer in the County from Forensic Files. So what actually happened was Mr. Fiber's computer would not let him connect to YouTube TV. So he connected a box up front where he could run the Wi-Fi so he could watch the racing on YouTube TV on the Roku TV in the front. When it did, it disabled my internet out here on my computer. It knocked it out. So actually, I did not lose the internet, but this is going to be a better setup for me. And then the air conditioner went out. It's just been a week. It's just been a week of stuff happening. Just stuff happening. But I do have things to show you. I do want to spend some time over here when it's cooler. Hello, Lynn. PVC since you had the chemo. Yes. I have heard that can be. And here's another thing. It can be a transfer because I had the ablation done for the AFib. It can be the electrical signal can be transferring down to the bottom and causing me to have the PVCs. But I've had PVCs for longer than I had AFib. So I don't know. We will find out what the cardiologists have to say about it when I go in October. But I am doing better. I am doing better. So, and Dad's doing great. Dad's doing absolutely great. Now tomorrow we go to Oklahoma to go get cigarettes. Sunday is Walmart. So my weekend is probably going to be full, and I probably won't be able to come on anyway because we'll be switching all of this out. Oh, thank you, Mimi. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joan. And I'm praying for all of you guys too. I know so many of you, I have very little wrong with me. I am so very blessed. My worst problem is how I take it. I don't take it very well. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I get pissy about it. And I like to shrink up. You know, I like to kind of shrink inside. And it has a lot to do with things that have happened in my life too, and how I have reacted to them. So anyway, I love y'all. Have fun today. I'm hoping to get this finished. I'm working really hard to get that finished. And I haven't really worked on much of anything else. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all very much. And we will talk this next time. Next week, we will talk about Tony Gibbs. All right? Good night, y'all. And my trip around Wichita Falls will probably happen next week. All right. See y'all. Bye-bye.